Hi, and welcome to another edition of Tea with Dave. Uh, this is our special HR edition, and today I'm very pleased to have a chat with Emma Heimbecker, who is a program coordinator for seasonal recreation, and we're going to be talking about wading pools, which is kind of exciting. They're in all the different neighborhoods. So what's the difference between, somebody who would be at a pool lifeguarding and a wading pool attendant?
So, a waiting pool attendant, there's kind of a cool spread of that kind of person. So, we've got the lifeguards who just like to be outside during the summer. We've got the kids who've never had a job before, who are 15, fresh and excited and ready to go. And within that group, we have kids that maybe have very limited or no aquatic experience, and then kids who are at the start of their journey in aquatics. So oftentimes we'll get candidates who have done maybe like their bronze med and their bronze cross or just one of and are looking to get into their national lifeguard course and recognize that working in a wading pool really prepares you for that national lifeguard experience. Like you get hands-on experience supervising an aquatic venue. Of course, if you have no aquatic experience coming into it, we do put you through the wading pool attendant certification. So we're not sending you out there with no ground under your feet. And they come out of it so much more confident and so much more ready for the challenge that is the national lifeguard course. Uh, and it's also just a great opportunity for people who want to improve their public relations skills and their ability to interact with the communities and give back to the communities in a fun and meaningful way.
That's interesting. I want to mention too, and you touched on that briefly, but um, we will train these individuals to be able to do this particular job, which is I think is also what kind of sets it apart from lifeguarding. Lifeguarding, there's quite a few prerequisites and courses, but in this case, somebody could come without necessarily having the experience, and so since we train them, who's the ideal candidate? Who are we looking for?
So you do have to have your standard first aid to come in. That's the prerequisite we ask for. And there's some other corporate trainings that you do, like your AODA, which allows you to better access and support people with accessible needs within our recreation programs. But really, to us, the ideal candidate is someone who's enthusiastic, someone who has that kind of royal jelly and that it factor. Because if you're enthusiastic and you're passionate about public engagement or water safety, like we love that. That gets us excited because the rest we can teach you. Like we can teach you the theory of life saving, and we can teach you about the fundamentals of public relations and supervision. But if you're an enthusiastic kid, that's amazing, and we want people like that.
Obviously, you've mentioned quite a few key, key messages that potential candidates could mention in the interview. Being very keen, being willing to learn. Those are all things that are useful. And somebody who is 15, it's one of the rarer positions where we actually take people who are 15 years of age, right?
Yeah, it is, and it's like I said, like being able to come in that young really gets you off on a great foot. It gets you great experience a little earlier in your life. And it's also great padding for going to university. Like if you're going away for school and you've got these lifeguard certifications, a lot of them are quite transferable, especially throughout Canada.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? It's the national lifeguard certification that we're ultimately
Working
looking for
towards.
and working toward. If somebody is interested in this position, they can go to ottawa.ca/careers to apply, right? And find the appropriate position that they can apply for. Do you have some tips that people can potentially use when they're or yeah, when they're filling this application?
Yeah, so take your time doing it. Make sure that you do go through each step. It is like a multi-step process and go through each tab carefully. And if you have questions or if you need help filling it out, do let us know. Like you send us an email at seasonal recreation or seasonal hiring at ottawa.ca. We'll get back to you on either, and we're happy to help you out.
Obviously, filling in all the boxes is something that's pretty useful. That'll actually give you a leg up over some other candidates and probably help you, be a successful candidate that can do an interview. So, as I mentioned, if you are interested in this position, you can go to ottawa.ca/careers. And it's a really great place to jumpstart your career with the City of Ottawa, whether it's the path towards becoming a lifeguard, or there's a variety of positions, and this is just a really good entry point into working for the city. And the application portal opened on February 1st, so people can apply right now. Thank you very much, Emma. I really appreciate this chat. And yeah, we're really looking forward to an awesome summer. And so, yes, best of luck with your hiring.
Thanks. Thanks for having me, and thank you guys. I hope we hear get from you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.